Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of local news that matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru, confidence in motion. Ksee 24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. Temperatures are still pretty warm outside. We're at 89 degrees right now in Fresno, 86 in Lemoore, 88 in Hanford. The heat advisory remains in effect through Saturday evening. Our skies have been pretty clear throughout the day today with some summertime haze, a few clouds with isolated showers over the mountains, and the valley cam showing that haze is still lingering across the valley. The extreme heat will continue. We've got 105 for tomorrow, 106 on Saturday, and then finally backing off. But even the cooler days are still in triple digits. I'll have your complete forecast coming up. Ksee 24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News at 11.
So there have been a lot of incidents at Bullard, like a lot of hateful incidents. Like most of them are racial. A lot of them have been recorded. Like a lot of the evidence of those incidents have been recorded on a phone.
A cell phone ban at a Fresno area high school has parents and students up in arms, why some are calling it a cover-up. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Barugian. Alexon is off tonight, and we begin with some breaking news out of Selma. A pedestrian struck and killed by a car tonight. Our Juanita Adame joining us now from the scene. And Juanita, what are investigators saying about what happened at this point?
At this point, Stephanie, it is a vehicle versus pedestrian. This call came in at about 9:50 this evening, and the CHP officers here on scene are just clearing up the scene. The body was just removed from the roadway. This happened in the 11,000 block of Rose Avenue, and like we said, it was just before 10 o'clock this evening. The California Highway Patrol said there was a man walking in the roadway when he was struck and killed by an oncoming vehicle.
At this location, it's extremely dark out. If you are walking as a pedestrian, you have to stay off the roadway, stay on the shoulder, and just be advised that it's extremely dark out here and very hard to see.
Now, the driver is cooperating. We have, they said that they have contacted him and he is cooperating with police. It is not known why that individual was walking out here. And like you said, it is a very dark roadway, and that scene has just been cleared up right now. So live here in Selma, Juanita Adame, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Juanita, thank you. A heated debate at Fresno City Hall as council members approved millions of dollars from the state to distribute to multiple organizations, including a local Planned Parenthood. It's caused some outrage in the community.
What in the past was supposed to be safe, legal, and rare now results in the deaths of nearly 900,000 unborn infants every year in the United States alone.
That represent your constituents and their desire to see these funds and our reproductive health covered.
The money is part of the nearly $10 million secured for community organizations by Assemblyman Joaquin Arambula. The city council voted to accept the money by a vote of 5-1. That vote approves the use of $1 million for Planned Parenthood Marmonte location. Bredefeld was the only council member to vote no. Mike Carbasi was absent and didn't vote today. Mayor Jerry Dyer still plans to veto the Planned Parenthood portion of the vote, but it's more symbolic as it already has the 5 votes to override the mayor's veto. Assemblyman Joaquin Arambula issuing a statement saying, in part, I deeply appreciate the Fresno City Council agreeing to be the pass-through agency for $9.5 million in state funds allocated to Arte Americas, Neighborhood Industries, and Planned Parenthood Marmonte. I hope the city of Fresno's administration recognizes the tremendous need for resources in our community and respects this decision, end quote. And we have some more breaking news now, this time out of Kingsburg. A fiery collision between a big rig and a train leaves one person dead. This happened around 7 o'clock near Highway 99 off Sierra and Simpson Street. Our Catherine Phillips joining us now from the scene with the latest on what happened. Catherine.
I mean, Stephanie, crews are still working the scene here, and this crash happened around 7 o'clock. You can see right where the truck and the train collided. There are still crews doing some work on the railroad crossing right now as we speak. There's so much damage to this truck. Some police officials tell us that there were even some small explosions when the crash happened today. Right now, the investigation and the cleanup process is still getting underway.
A fiery black cloud of smoke and flames filling the air. Kingsburg police officials started investigating a deadly crash between a train and a semi-truck. Police Lieutenant Sean Stevens says the driver of the semi-truck has died, but no word yet on what officially caused the driver to crash head-on into the moving train.
The train was traveling southbound through town, and the truck was heading westbound. And at this point, we don't know what happened to make him go through the arms.
The crossing arms crumpled and broken, pushing into the metal siding of the truck. Debris filling the area around Sierra and Simpson Street, and the sound of the railroad crossing warning still dinging hours after the crash. Stevens says there is still a lot more to investigate, including how the driver died.
We're still canvassing for witnesses. I mean, it was a pretty busy time around Kingsburg. There was a lot of people out. So we're trying to canvass and get any statements and video that we can get.
He adds the train conductor is doing okay, and he wants the public to remember to be safe around the tracks.
Be safe around trains. You know, it takes them several miles to stop when they're traveling because they're so heavy. So just be aware of your surroundings and watch for the crossing arms and the lights, and never go around the crossing guards when they're down.
Now, at this point, the crash happened around 7 o'clock tonight, and the train is still stuck here on the tracks. Police officials in Kingsburg say they believe that this train will be stuck on the tracks for a few more hours. Live in Kingsburg tonight, Catherine Phillips, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Thank you, Catherine. Fresno police asking for the community's help in finding a missing woman who may be in danger. Police say 33-year-old Desiree Jackson was staying with her family members yesterday when she may have been taken against her will. If you have any information on her whereabouts, you're asked to call Fresno police at the number on your screen. A new COVID subvariant is now circulating in Fresno County. The Department of Public Health confirming the county's first case of Centurus virus, or a variant rather. The variant was first discovered in India, where it has become the most common strain. Health officials say the variant does not appear to be more severe than Omicron, which remains the dominant strain locally. But the presence of Centurus shows that the virus will continue to evolve and come in waves, especially with schools back in session. Unhappy parents and students gathered tonight at Bullard High School opposing an upcoming cell phone ban. Our Juanita Adame pulling double duty tonight and has more on why some believe this ban amounts to a cover-up.
Erin Williams is a 14-year-old student at Bullard High School.
I just don't believe that phones should be banned in general.
She said a new policy that will eliminate cell phone usage on campus during school hours is not a good idea.
I know that there are a lot of admin who think that the phone ban could, improve our learning experience, but I don't think that's the case.
The motive behind the new rule might not be about learning, she said, but more about cover-ups.
So there have been a lot of incidents at Bullard, like a lot of hateful incidents. Like most of them are racial. A lot of them have been recorded. Like a lot of the evidence of those incidents have been recorded on a phone.
Without someone there to document those types of incidents, they might go with any disciplinary action or change.
Pictures and videos spread everywhere. And so if we didn't have access to our phones during the day and something did happen, it would be like an admin or it would be another student's word against ours.
But some say it's not about the photos, it's about learning.
We are a failed bottom 5% school district tied with Detroit and Cleveland on these rankings.
Terry Sladek is the District 7 trustee for the Fresno Unified School Board and said the numbers don't lie and they need to improve.
We're given 4,500 diplomas out a year. Half those kids read, write, and do math 6 to 8 years behind grade level. Let's start with that discussion.
Juanita Adame, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Governor Newsom in Fresno today unveiling his $4 billion mission to improve the mental health of kids. It all took place at McLean High School. Our Justin Sacher with more.
We come here because we wanted to identify success. This is an amazing school.
Fresno's McLean High School has a wellness hub where counselors and emotional support staff work with students.
The last 2 years, There's been a stacking of stress, the likes of which none of us could have conceived of.
Governor Gavin Newsom wants to double the number of school counselors available to California students.
What we have now is a fragmented system, a system that is completely disconnected.
Newsom's overhaul is a new $4.7 billion plan for kids' mental health. Included is a streamlined platform for mental health assessment and intervention, more school counselors, expanded clinical treatment, suicide prevention, and other support services. McLean senior Aaliyah Baraja says she wasn't helped when she first needed it.
And at 10 years old, I self-harmed for the first time.
But now, schools like McLean are leading the way in supporting students. Vice Principal Rebecca Alleman uses her background as a counselor to find ways to meet student needs.
It's still not enough. We have students that we are not able to meet the demand of the students that we have at the pace of high school.
Governor Newsom hopes to change the stigma associated with mental health.
My grandfather committed suicide. It was brought deeply into our home, these issues. Many family members that self-medicate every night.
And all the framework provides resources for increasing the number of behavioral health professionals in California by 40,000, including 10,000 more school counselors.
Systematically connect dots and address the issue of mental health and behavioral health once and for all.
Justin Sasher, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
And still to come on Ksee 24 News at 11, a deadly crash involving 2 private planes near Watsonville. More on the collision that claimed the lives of everyone on board. Plus, some new developments in the investigation into former President Trump's handling of highly classified documents.
Your weather headlines for tonight. The heat advisory continues through Saturday. However, it will be a little bit cooler early next week. And by cooler, I'm still talking about triple digits. And your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. That'll climb from the high to the very high range this weekend. Chenopod's the predominant pollens. I'll have your complete forecast as Ksee 24 News continues.
Now from Ksee 24, this is a Clear the Shelters pet adoption tip.
A great way to help your new pet get used to their new home is to give them a set routine. Feed them in the same place and at the same time every day. Set a schedule to exercise your pet and keep that schedule so your pet can get used to it. Knowing what to expect each day will help your new pet adjust to their forever home.
This Clear the Shelters pet adoption tip has been brought to you by Valley Animal Center and Ksee 24.
The 2022 Subaru Crosstrek is as powerful as your sense of adventure. Its 182 horsepower Subaru Boxer engine makes exploring fun. Sure-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive is standard. And the Crosstrek has the best resale value in its class for 2 years running. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get to Subaru at Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Jimmy has Martin Short with a storytelling contest.
Thank you so much. That is so...
Plus, Demi Lovato performs, and Jimmy and Martin are best friends. It's a can't-miss balance. Tonight...
Get our very best savings during the Labor Day sale at More Furniture.
Everyone knows More is synonymous with incredible style at the best values, but our Labor Day sale offers a special opportunity for everyone, the chance to save big.
Our latest collections have arrived and they're all on sale.
Our best sellers are in stock and they're all on sale.
It's the best time of year to save and get your home ready for fall entertaining.
Visit your local More Furniture or check out morefurniture.com to view all sales specials.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Jackson Jewelers. Now, AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox with your local weather authority forecast.
Well, our temperatures got plenty hot today. Extreme temperatures, in fact, again today. 105 for a high after a morning low of 72. Now, that was quite a bit closer to our normal temperature than the almost 10-degree difference between average and what we actually got today for our high temperature. That brings our triple-digit total for this month to 10, for this season to 44. An average summer for Fresno is 38 triple-digit days, so we're already into the above-average category. We're at 89 now in Fresno, 88 in Hanford, Visalia 84, 83 in Madera. We're still under a heat advisory. It got extended to Saturday, so tomorrow and Saturday we're still expecting very hot temperatures. It's hot out there, right? Well, my definition of hot is 90 and above. It's currently 89, so it's the next best thing. A little hazy outside as our cameras pointed a little towards the airport. Satellite and radar showing our skies to be quite clear. Whatever clouds and even isolated showers we had over the mountains, they're clearing out and is starting to pull off to the east a little bit. And although we may still see an isolated cloud or even shower for the Sierra Nevada, the valley will stay clear. So our overnight low temperatures tonight are still going to be above average. A 67 in Tulare, Visalia 68, 67 for Selma, same in 5 Points. San Joaquin 64, 66 in Madera. Chowchilla 65, same for Los Banos, 66 in Merced with a high temperature tomorrow of 104. 99 in Mariposa, 105 in Chowchilla and Madera, 107 in San Joaquin and 5 Points. Selma 105, 106 for Hanford. Visalia 104, 103 in Porterville, and 102 for Delano. And our air quality, that's going to be in the unhealthy for sensitive groups range across the board. That's a normal summertime activity around here. In your renewable solar forecast, very high numbers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also pretty normal for the summer around the Central Valley. Tonight, they expect an overnight low of 74. That's above average, a little on the warm side. Obviously, some haze to deal with and a bit of a breeze at times, up to 15 miles per hour. Late in the afternoon tomorrow, the breeze will pick up again, but look at that high temperature. Another extreme day, and so extreme heat will be with us with the heat advisory, not only for Friday, but for Saturday, 106. Then finally backing off at least a little, 103 on Sunday, down to 100 degrees on Monday. I say down to 100 degrees on Monday, and then temperatures recover. 102 on Tuesday, up to 104. I call that very hot just because it's not quite extreme. I draw the line at 105 for that. And then temperatures drop back down, actually, 103, right? And so hopefully that'll turn into a trend. Your regional forecasts are available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com, so please go check it out there. And it does have to trend down eventually.
Yeah.
It's just been a really tough summer with the number of triple-digit days we've had to deal with.
We're not setting a record. It's just we've just
No, we have a long way to go for a record because we did that last year.
Yeah.
We had it in the mid and upper 60s for triple-digit days. Oof. But yeah, it's just been the 103, 104, 105s.
Yeah.
A lot of those this year.
I know, nonstop.
Yeah.
AJ, thank you. Coming up next in sports, the high school football season officially kicking off tonight. Angelique Martinez joining us now with more. Angelique.
Yes, Stephanie, we opened this season with powerhouse Long Beach Poly taking on the Clovis Cougars. Coming up, highlights from La Monica Stadium as the Cougars face the Jackrabbits. That's next in Sports Central.
Ksee 24 brings you Chargers football with star quarterback Justin Herbert. It's preseason football leading up to Sunday Night Football. Chargers Cowboys, August 20th at 7, only on Ksee 24.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
Driving down the open highway on a motorcycle can be exhilarating, and it can be dangerous. The human body has no way to protect itself if it hits the pavement at 60 miles an hour. If it happens to you, you'll need the right legal protection. That's why you need to call me. I've been representing injured bikers my entire career. You know my record. Call me. It's just that easy.
Sign up from anywhere with our safe, no-contact process. Call 877-DUNION, DUNNION.
The best houses to babysit for are the ones who order me and Ed's for dinner.
When parents don't leave money for me and Ed's and just tell me to heat up taquitos,
it's like...
Thanks, Linda.
Me and Ed's, making babysitting worth it since 1958.
Beyond Van Gogh, the immersive experience. Final days at the Fresno Convention and Entertainment Center. Don't miss it. Tickets available at VanGoghFresno.com. Beyond Van Gogh.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by HR Mobile Services. Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
The 2022 high school football season is here. The Clovis Cougars are starting a new era with a new head coach in Aaron Wilkins at the helm. And the Cougars welcomed a tough first test to La Monica Stadium to start the season. Long Beach Poly made the trek up to La Monica Stadium for week 1 against Clovis. Aaron Wilkins also making his debut as head coach of the Cougars. 3 minutes into play, Pauly knocking on the doorstep. Devin Samples muscles his way across the goal line. Jackrabbits get on the board first, 7-0 over Clovis. Final minute of the first quarter, it's now 14-zip Long Beach. Junior quarterback Darius Curry scrambles, tosses it off to a wide open man. Another touchdown for the Jackrabbits. Long Beach goes up 21-0 on the Cougars. And Clovis is struggling to get some offense going here. Freshman quarterback Deegan Rose taken down with a big hit by senior Phoenix Tusa. Later in the second quarter, Curry up again. He finds Devin Samples and he powers his way down the sideline this time. Jackrabbits go up 28-0 and Long Beach Poly keeps it up to dominate Clovis 56-7. In the California League, the Rawhide and Grizzlies continued their series at Valley Strong Ballpark. Fresno has won the first 2 meetings of the 6-game series. The Grizzlies are also in first place in the overall league standings. And the Grizzlies won it 10-8 over the Rawhide. Fresno improves to 32-7 against Visalia in the last 2 seasons. The Grizz have outscored the Hide 264-167. Fresno has now won 10 straight against their Highway 99 rivals. These two continue their 6-game series on Friday night. First pitch is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. In the majors, the Dodgers suffered a 5-3 loss in Milwaukee to the Brewers. The Dodgers are still in first place in the National League, sitting 6 games ahead of the New York Mets. Meanwhile, the Giants lost their second straight. The Diamondbacks defeated San Francisco 5-0. The Giants are 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Dodgers welcome the Miami Marlins to town on Friday, while the Giants head to Colorado to face the Rockies. And that's going to do it for sports. Ksee 24 News continues after this.
You can get a degree from anywhere, but Fresno Pacific University takes you beyond a degree. It's something you can take with you to every job, every opportunity, every day. Enroll now.
GW School Supply is welcoming everyone back to school and back to learning. We're open to the public and have plenty of student back-to-school items and teacher classroom supplies. August is full of discounts and deals, just in time for back to school with help from GW School Supply.
When a pregnant mother starts hemorrhaging in the delivery room, she needs blood fast, and you can provide what's missing. Your O negative blood. Even if you don't know your own neg, go to donateblood.org to make an appointment at Central California Blood Center.
With a new Toyota, you can practically make summer stand still. From making a splash in a Highlander to fitting in more fun in a Camry or tackling a trailhead in a RAV4 hybrid. Who's a good boy? Enjoy the last of summer in an exciting new Toyota during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Get low financing on fuel-efficient options like RAV4 and Highlander, including hybrids, or get up to $1,000 cash back on 4Runner 4x2s when you finance with Toyota.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Don't let the insurance company push you around. Get a law firm that can push them around. The team at Jacoby & Myers has gotten our clients up to 10 times the insurance company's original offer. Don't settle for less. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Summer means Rawhide baseball is in full swing. Come out to Valley Strong Ballpark to cheer on your very own Visalia Rawhide. Get your tickets now at rawhidebaseball.com. Rawhide Baseball, brought to you by Budweiser and Bueno Beverage Company.
Owning your own home is a dream come true.
So many Californians never missed a mortgage payment before COVID.
The pandemic hit all of us hard.
We could use a fresh start.
If you've missed mortgage payments during COVID, California Mortgage Relief can help save your home. Direct payments to your lender to cover missed payments. No fees, nothing to pay back. Find out if you qualify today. camortgagerelief.org.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Don't be fooled by imitation stem cell treatments. For real regeneration, we use your own body's stem cells to turn damaged tissue into healthier ones. Call us today for an appointment.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
This is Ksee 24 News at 11.
A deadly collision between two small planes near the Watsonville Municipal Airport today. The Federal Aviation Administration says a single-engine Cessna and a twin-engine Cessna collided while the pilots were on their final approaches to the airport. Both pilots were killed, as well as a passenger in the twin-engine plane. One witness saying the collision almost looked like a missile hitting a plane. New developments today in the investigation into former President Trump's handling of highly classified documents. A federal judge says he's inclined to ultimately unseal portions of the affidavit justifying the FBI search of the former president's home. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Washington.
The mounting legal troubles surrounding former President Trump on display today in two separate courtrooms. In Florida, a federal judge deciding a key question about those classified documents the FBI seized from the former president's Mar-a-Lago home. The judge saying he believes portions of the affidavit justifying the search could be unsealed and ordering the Justice Department to file what it wants redacted by next Thursday. Judge Bruce Reinhardt hearing arguments from media organizations, including NBC News, who've pressed for the affidavit to be released because of public interest. The Trump legal team has not formally joined that push, though today a Trump spokesman again called to make the affidavit public with no redactions.
We want it released. We want full and complete transparency for the American people.
The Justice Department arguing the release would significantly compromise its ongoing criminal investigation into the former president's handling of sensitive documents that federal prosecutors said today is in its early stages.
Their national security interests, their criminal interests, their concerns about witnesses.
Meanwhile, in New York today, the ex-chief financial officer of the Trump Organization, Alan Weisselberg, pleading guilty to tax fraud charges in a case involving the company's business dealings. He has not agreed to testify against Donald Trump, the former president profiting from his problems.
Every moment where Donald Trump's name is in the news on any subject is a moment to raise money for Donald Trump.
The Washington Post reports he's been fundraising off the FBI search, bringing in nearly $1 million a day last week. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And still to come, an Eagle Scout project focusing on helping seniors in one community, handcrafted busy boards to help them sharpen their memory skills.
Here we go again. Another special interest ballot proposition. It's Prop 27, written and funded by big out-of-state gambling corporations to legalize a massive expansion of online sports gambling. 27 would turn every cell phone and every laptop in California into a gambling device. And Prop 27 would send 90% of profits out of state and hurt Indian tribes who rely on revenues from in-person gaming. Please join more than 50 gaming and non-gaming tribes throughout California. Vote no on Prop 27.
August is too much! Tachi Palace is doubling your chances to win with double promotions all month long. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, double promos! That's double the winners! And double the winners means double the shrimpies! Ending my work week with double shrimpies, that's promo insanity! Sorry, too excited! Double promotions all month long. See the Premier Club for details. Only at the Tachi Palace Casino Resort in Lemoore.
For 75 years, Whitey's Pets has been helping you find your new best friend. We carry leading brands of dog and cat food at great prices. Our expert staff will help, whether you're just starting out or have years of schooling. Whitey's carries all the supplies and accessories your new friend needs to be happy and healthy. Shy friends, furry friends, slippery friends, friendly friends. Whitey's Pets, open every day. The best service and selection for 75 years. Say, how long is that in dog years?
I felt ashamed my drinking was getting out of control. People think that addiction only affects men, but it affects women too. It was destroying my life. There's a stigma for addiction, especially for women. It can be hard to admit that you need help. First Steps has programs for men and women. They helped me get sober, and even today, they continue to support my recovery.
If you or a loved one needs help recovering from addiction, call First Steps Recovery today and take the first step.
First Steps Recovery literally saved my life.
Now you can save big on supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity.
Can it handle all of my devices?
Oh, all that. And it comes with a 2-year rate guarantee.
What? Okay.
No annual contract, no equipment fees. Oh, and a free streaming box.
Oh, I like streaming.
It's all just $50 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data.
Will you add a motorcycle?
No. Did you say yes? The new Xfinity Supersonic Bundle. It's kind of a big deal.
News Nation senior national correspondent Brian Enton is here. Everything that you got last night from your source.
The FBI took dozens of classified documents.
Was confirmed today.
Including top secret, sensitive, compartmented information in 2 specific areas.
And it was reported by multiple other outlets today.
They were there from 9 this morning until 6:30 tonight.
That is just a remarkable scoop. Excellent reporting. Congratulations again, my friend. Everybody followed your lead. In Richmond, Kentucky, an Eagle Scout project to help seniors keep their minds sharp, and they are loving it. Curtis Relic and the Boy Scouts of Troop 73 are making what they call busy boards for the residents at a local senior living center. The boards are pieces of wood adorned with engaging challenges that test and sharpen the residents' dexterity and cognitive skills. They were the perfect project to help Curtis reach the rank of Eagle Scout.
Anything they could do, I could give them to remind them of kind of like the house. So there'll be a lot of door locks and other things on those. I like the latch, the door latches and things. Watching them use them, that's something that I really like. So I'm really happy that worked out.
And these boards go beyond a little bit of fun. They're actually building connections, just like Curtis wanted, forming a bridge between young and old and letting the seniors know they are not forgotten. And that's such a good idea.
That's a great, a great little device.
Yeah, it does look like they're enjoying it.
Yeah.
All right, we're not really enjoying the weather.
No, and no, we're not going to until September, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And we got all these triple digits we got to get through. 2 more extreme days. That's for Friday and Saturday. The heat advisory extended until Saturday, and then it's still triple digits. Notice the little numbers there. It goes all the way into the 50s. Thursday will be our 51st triple digit day, provided Monday stays at 100. We'll see if that one's very close. And
we
so,
lost that 99
yeah,
there, though.
well, we can still hope for that one because it wouldn't take much to just push it down
That'd be nice.
1 degree.
All right, that does it for us. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Join Ksee 24 for the Clear the Shelters, Fill the Truck event. YourCentralValley.com has a wish list of local shelter needs. Fill the truck with your donations at Clovis Autoplex, Wednesday, August 24th from 11 to 7. It's the Clear the Shelters, Fill the Truck event.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
I'm bringing back my spicy chicken strips, and while I'm at it, my most popular former employee, Mark Hamill.
Well, what's my motivation?
To not get fired again.
I can work with that.
Actors.
Spicy chicken strips and me, Mark Hamill, back for a limited time.
The new Table Mountain Casino Resort, now open.
The Labor Day sale at More Furniture is one of the biggest sales of the year, and we've got new arrivals and bestsellers all on sale.
Get this sleek 3-piece sectional for only $17.95.
Choose this versatile, ultra-comfortable sectional for only $17.95.
Or maximize relaxation with this oversized sectional with chaise for only $17.95.
Any style you choose comes in multiple color options and is big on comfort.
Preview these sales specials and more at morefurniture.com.
Even a small wreck with a big truck can cause big injuries, which should mean a big settlement for you. When it comes to big truck wrecks, I know what I'm talking about. I'm attorney Tom Dunyon. Call me. It's just that easy.
Choosing can be difficult. Corner Bakery makes it simple with our Choose 2. Mix and match any 2 kitchen-crafted favorites to build your perfectly paired meal. For freshly prepared, artisan-inspired choices, visit one of our Valley locations in Fresno and Visalia today.
My 100% all-white meat spicy chicken strips are back. Look at them sitting there. Just sitting there. Can't believe we hired a director for this. Spicy chicken strips starting at $5 are back at Jack in the Box.
If you don't have a primary care doctor for your family, Premium Urgent Care provides all general health services at multiple Valley locations. Set your appointment online and Premium Urgent Care will serve you quickly for the health of those you love. Get quality care at Premium Urgent Care today.
From Studio 6B in Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City, it's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Hey, 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 hey. Tonight joins Jimmy and his guests, Martin Short, Juno Temple, musical guest, Demi Lovato, and featuring the legendary Roots Crew.